Hello, my beautiful listeners of this podcast, Flowing in the Deep. Here is Theresa, and I welcome you with all my heart and soul, and with lots of love and light. This episode I've named Nature of a Woman and a Man. Yin and Yang. We all know, perhaps from the book that was written some time ago, a man is from Mars, a woman is from Venus. We are two species, two kinds. We were never meant to be same. We were born and created the exact way. But somewhere in depths of the wounds and the history, we lost the real base of our existence and understanding men and women, each other. And recently I came across a theory that I've heard someone saying, and I thought I'm going to share it with you, or share my perception about it. I'm going to try to replay or say what they said, and perhaps we can go from there, okay? I felt it's very important for the society and for every one of us to actually go back to our roots of understanding woman and a man. To understand one another, for better connection between men and women, for better understanding of our inner course. So, let us try, before judging this theory or judging any words from a surface level, let us try to contemplate it. So we, men or women, were born to coexist together. However determined we are to be independent, there are things the nature created for reasons, the differences between us, not only physical, but also emotional and soul-based, psychological differences, etc. So let's start describing one part. Body of a woman is a source of light energy. The man comes to charge from. Yes, if you imagine the woman's body, how she receives men, and the man's body, how he enters the woman, it's exactly created by Mother Nature for the reason, because woman is like a charging source, the charging source where you put your rechargeable batteries, and the man is like the rechargeable battery that needs to be entered in that source to receive energy. So the woman's lower chakras area, the reproductive area, is the source well, where life is created, the source energy is created. The womb, the sacral area, where the life's energy enters, builds, accumulates. By the woman's natural sense of loving, giving, caring, nurturing, etc. That's her natural role in this existence. Man doesn't have that area. So he is lacking that. He is lacking the creating of energy that way. Therefore, the man comes to charge from a woman by lovemaking. As a man is the producer of external life and the materials that are created in the world, he's the developer, he's the builder, innovator. Therefore, he needs a woman to give him all the energy to produce life around him, where he goes out, creates, and comes back and fills himself up again. But the divine balance between man and a woman is that in terms of a woman to be able to reproduce the energy, she also needs some way to charge. So she needs to receive the love energy from a man in forms of appreciation her as a lover, woman, goddess, to care for her, to protect her, to love her with sincere respect, and to cherish his woman. That's her way to recharge. She needs to feel that love from this man and an appreciation from this man, from inner core, from the emotional core, that some men may not understand fully, may find it insignificant. Many men really mix up those two things. When his woman is a mother and a housekeeper in the house, they tend to start viewing her as that. And for instance, for a birthday, give her a coffee machine. But it's not showing the respect of her as a woman, attractive woman that is there to please his man. Sometimes men tend to take it for granted, this expression of love, because from their way, from their perspective, it's not important. It's not so significant because they don't need it, but they don't understand that that's the woman's source of charging. So we really need to go back to the basis and understand each other as a species. Woman and man is a two different species with the two different ways of existence and needs. For instance, woman as an empath, energy giver, she recharges her being from his natural love expression, as we mentioned, and that is making her feel like a goddess, attractive lover. He needs to make her feel that, not a housekeeper or mother. He can appreciate her for that in another time. But when there is a time for love or for care, he needs to find a place in the life between two of them where he's going to give the space only to the woman, the goddess, woman, the lover, woman, the attractive love that he chose to be with. She needs that to charge the energy. So in times to that, she could create in the sacral area that build up the energy charge for the man to receive afterwards. So you see, there is this cycle between them. It's natural balance between them. Nothing is just the half. Everything is full cycle. She needs that love and confirmation in form of emotional giving from the man to be able to create and build that source energy within her sacral area. In that reproducive area, it doesn't reproduce just children, it does reproduce the universal source energy for both of them to thrive from. That in return is received by men during the love making. That is the natural cycle. That's what we need to understand and distinguish between men and women. But if man fails to appreciate and love his woman and stops making her feel like a goddess, starts taking her for granted, or sees her just as his kid's mother, sex object, or housekeeper, caretaker, the woman slowly loses the source energy within her because the man has no energy to charge from her, because he took from her all the energy left within her without giving her back. That's when the relationship starts failing. That's what usually happens, that the man goes and finds another charger. So that's something we need to heal as a collective energy, as a collective consciousness. We need to understand our roles on this planet, if we are born as a woman or a man, or feminine or masculine. This is not to disrespect neither of the kind, neither the woman, neither the man. This is to understand the basic nature of creation of man and a woman, in their very core, in their mutual connection purpose, in a nutshell. So men, now I'm talking to you, men. Don't hold back from expressing love to your woman just because you don't find it important. Don't hold back to love your woman as a goddess, to appreciate your woman as a goddess, to tell the woman that she is your goddess, to express that. Give her presents that will make her beautiful, that will make her feel attractive and beautiful. Don't give her a coffee machine. You can buy together as a household need, but don't give it to her as a personal gift. Give her something that makes her understand that you cherish her as a woman, the goddess that she is for you, so she can charge from that love. Because then, if you fail doing this basic, don't be surprised that there is no energy left to give. And the woman literally works around you without a soul. You must separate the mother housekeeper from the woman goddess and lover. You must learn about your woman, or about a woman in whole, to learn how to treat your woman as your queen, as your goddess, to cherish her both ways simultaneously, but separately in separate events. Respect all the roles of the woman, but separate them. When you want to cherish her as a goddess, as a lover, invite her to a place, or just create a situation where you will show that respect and cherish, where you will show how attractive and loved she is as the woman, as a goddess. And women, now I'm talking to you. If men ticks all these boxes mentioned above, and he really does express his love, makes you feel like goddess, makes you feel like the woman and the love, don't hold back giving your man the pleasure. If he does his part of role, because then he needs your energy to be the creator that he is, to be the producer, to be the innovator, to be the builder. If you have any wounds from the childhood, some traumas, express them to your man and try to heal them within you or together. And now I'm talking to both men and women. We tend to view one another from the one-sex perspective. Men view women from a man's perspective and a role in the man's life, and they expect the woman to be and to act the same because they don't understand the differences between the two kinds. And the woman tends to view men from the woman's perspective also. So this has to be healed, understood, comprehended. This has to be settled. But we must realize that we were created as the opposites for the reason. What man naturally lacks, the woman has. And what woman naturally lacks, the man has. So, because the nature of our beings here on this planet is to complement each other, not to compete with each other, not to be independently alone. Of course, there are different kinds or different ways of living, but in a nutshell, we are here to complement each other, complement with each other's roles, the natural basis of it, not to judge or blame each other from not having what the other has, what the other gender has. It's not natural. We cannot expect the role of a man to be implanted in a woman, or vice versa, or to judge her according to the man's abilities and see that as a woman's weakness, as well as vice versa. We must learn about each other's roles in this nature of existence and cherish, respect, and comprehend. Then there is a true chance for a woman and a man to maintain a natural, harmonious relationship. Let us stop judging each other and let us start understanding each other in a deeper level of existence and creation of a woman and a man. This society got so disconnected when men and women are against each other. And it hurts my heart. And they're denying natural roles caused by various generational, societal, or childhood traumas. But this now is the time of Aquarius, to realize the source of the disconnection and the wounds inflicted on the society and genders, and to start healing that from within. We need each other to exist. We need each other to restore the nature of the human being. So let us kill the ego that holds us back from giving purely and receiving purely. And let our soul and heart bring us back to our very nature. Because I believe if we make it, if we manage to embrace it, our differences, and stop judging the differences, but embrace them and look at each other as our complementary being, we can do great things in this world. We can create ultimate harmony and love of all our species. You can see it with animals too, lions, tigers, any form. Male doesn't interfere or judge the female's role, and female doesn't interfere or judge the man's role. They just complement each other. Why can't we? Why are we not able, capable? Where is it that it broke so deep that now we are lost? We are lost in our own gender, in our own role. How can we bring it back? How can we relearn? We need to start being more open with our hearts and with our minds. Stop judging from the limited perspectives. from so-called books that were supposed to teach us about it. But let us start relying on our own intuition, on our own soul, on our own inner messages that are coming from the source itself. That's where the truth lays. Let's get inspired by others, but let's not take it so seriously. We need to learn it from within. So, are we ready? I believe we are. Thank you for listening. Love and light. Take care, my lovely readers, listeners, watchers.